Hello friends, and welcome to my recording tent. The audio on this video is probably going to be a little bit different. I'm getting back into the audiobook stuff. I've got those two books that I just released that I want to get up here and get them out for others if they want to pay for it. On that note, I haven't boosted this channel for a while on a video, so I'm doing it right now. I'm not even halfway to 1,000 subscribers, which is what I need in order to monetize. And there's a lot of free books here, so I would love it, and it would make so much difference if y'all would boost and share. Thank you. So this video is about what do you do when the resistance is all internal? So a lot of people do grow up with people telling them or implying to them that their art, that their creative side is something that they need, that they're bad at it, expressing doubt, expressing all kinds of things that can turn into an internal conversation that isn't conducive to creating good art. People saying, you're too dumb, you can't do that, or you don't have enough education to do that, or any number of things. I mean, I had somebody imply to me when I was in my second month of 5th grade. I had the lady who was in charge of the cult that I grew up in basically imply that I was stupid, and that's why I wasn't doing well in their terrible, terrible little school that they had made in Dallas. That's not why I was doing terribly at it. It was because I hated it, and I hated them, and I could not be bothered to participate in the garbage that they wanted me to do. But when she implied that I was stupid, I said, frick that. And I said it in harsher words than that. And from then on, I did all my homework, and it was all done before the end of the school day, and I graduated, and I was the top of the class the whole way through, except for when it came to algebra. So in that case, somebody implied I was stupid, and it gave me the fuel and the fire to say, no, go straight to Hades. There's no way you're going to say that kind of thing and have it be true. I'm going to prove you wrong. Watch me prove you wrong. And a lot of people do have that kind of outside external influence, that external stuff that's happening to them that's injecting doubt, injecting fear, injecting insecurity, all kinds of things. People have, spouses and siblings and family members saying, this is a fool's errand, like for creative work, like what I do, right, is art, this writing thing. Why are you doing that? You're spending so much money and so much time and all this effort and all this worry. It's just a hobby. Why are you wasting all your time and effort on this thing? Oh, shake your fist at that kind of thing, right? It makes a person upset to even think about that happening. But what do you do if there's nobody doing that for you, to you? If nobody in your life is actually expressing doubt in you, in fact, people are expressing, you can do this. Oh my gosh, you can do this. What do you do if you have been good at it your whole life? A lot of us are like this, right? We're really good at something, and we're really good. And people tell us, oh my gosh, you're going places. Oh my gosh, you could really make this work. You're going to be great. You're going to be big. You're going to be bigger than J.K. Rowling, or I don't know, Hemingway, or frickin' Dickens, whatever. In my case, I'd like to just touch the coattail of Catherine Patterson and maybe polish the shoe of Brandon Sanderson when it comes to my fantasy. What if you don't have anybody telling you that you suck or you're not going to be good at it? And you've actually had a lot of people for a lot of time in your life telling you, oh, you're going to be great. You're really good at this. You know this. You've experienced this. A lot of you have, because you're very good at what you do. I am one of those people. And it's, there's this term of gifted, right? This gifted person, this gifted kid. Oh, wow, they have such talent. They have such ability, such natural ability. A lot of you have been there, right? Because I have been there. I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I was called a gifted kid. I was in regular public school up until my first month of 5th grade, right? And all through that time, I was crushing it, except for in 1st grade, because I had 3 different schools, and I don't think I was on anybody's radar. But other than that, I was gifted. I was so smart. I was reading at this insane level because I've been reading books I've been reading books since, I don't remember learning to read. Do you remember learning to read, by the way? Mention in the comments if you do remember learning to read, because I don't. As far as I know, I've been reading my whole life. Anyway, I've been reading books forever. By the time I was getting tested in 3rd grade to see my reading level, and I remember doing it in 1st and 2nd grade too, I was at 8th grade and beyond, because I was reading books like, Dean Koontz and Robert Ludlum. Yeah, at the age of 7 and 8 and 9 and so on. I'm not kidding around, man. well, 8, 9, and 10, I was reading these books. I read It at the age of Stephen King's It, that unbelievably good book, but dark, deeply twisted, and a couple of scenes that are like out of the perversion hell, right? I read that when I was 12. Anyway, so I have been gifted my whole life. And every time I write things, people are like, that's really good. I had people tell me my poetry was good. Now, they were full of crap. My poetry wasn't very good. But for, I guess, a 12 or 13-year-old or a 15-year-old, it was okay. The people have been telling me my writing is good. I write clearly, coherently, cogently. I write good characters. I write good plots. I've definitely had to learn a lot about writing. I used to tell a lot more than I show, and showing is a lot more for me about deep perspective and all that stuff. I take this craft seriously, and so I've been doing my best to make my natural gift of being very good at this straight up even better, right? Like a lot of us do. So I've been good at this, and I've had people telling me, you're so good at this. Wow, this is really good. I had David Farland tell me about the very first thing I wrote, which wasn't very good. Well, it was good. It was certainly levels above what it should have been because of my natural gift and the literally thousands of books I've read. I've internalized it all, and I put the work in. He told me it was really good, and I definitely was writing at a level that could be published traditionally. That was an amazing thing to hear from David Farland. It was cool. And I had several other writing mentors. Jeanette Rallison, she's always been such a good support. And lots of other people. I mean, I've had USA Today bestselling authors blurb my books, right? Jennifer Moore and Josie Kilpack, they blurb Beyond the Cabin for me. They're huge. They're really big. Sarah Eden taught me how to write kissing scenes. So, I mean, I've had a lot of good support and a lot of people expressing belief in me. And here I am feeling like I am toiling ever more and forever for the rest of my eternal life in the trenches of, I have to write every word. I have to make sure every word is edited, every chapter. I have to do all my typesetting, all my covers. I have to do all my marketing. I have to create my marketing images and my marketing copy. I have to learn what's a good ad and what's not a good ad. And it feels like I'm just toiling in the trenches, and it's never going to stop, and it's never going to take. So no external group is saying, oh, you suck, you should stop it. There's an internal being, an internal voice saying, why are you doing this? Now, I've had enough conversations with myself that I know why I'm doing this. And it's not for fame. It's not for praise of man. It's not for glory of men. Now, I admit that I want that. I don't actually want fame. I would like people to say, continue to say and validate that I'm good at this and I should be doing this because I'm killing it. I want that on a vain level, but that's not why I'm writing. That's not why I'm telling stories. I know why I'm writing and why I'm telling stories. And it's because I must. It seems like it might be too easy, but I must. I know that I love to write. I know that I love who I am when I'm writing. I am happier. I am more centered. I am more connected. I'm more in tune and engaged in my kids' lives and my wife's and my marriage. I'm a happier, better dude, and more evenly keeled when I am. Sorry, there's a big storm going on outside. When I'm writing, and that means that I must. Not because I must, because it's going to save my life, and if I don't, I'm going to die. I can tell you that if I don't write, I do slip into depression much easier. But I'm not like blackmailing myself to write. There's no emotional, oh, if I don't write, it's going to be a real problem. It's I write, and I love it. I must write, and I love to write. I friggin' love writing. Sometimes I even like writing poetry, which should never be seen by human beings. So, but what happens then if the voice saying, why are you doing this? What is even the point? Or you're going to fail again and again. It's just going to keep being a failure. Your ads that you're running, they're not hitting very well. You're not making a profit on them. There's plenty of good clicks, but there's not enough, actual conversion on the far end of it. And so, but I got to learn how to fix all that. The voice is mine. The naysayer is in me. The naysayer is in me. Hence the title, right? What do you do if the naysayer is inside you? And is not an alien or a xenomorph? Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going. I am going to make an intentional decision to believe that this will work. I am going to do my job. I'm going to work my ass, pardon my French, off, and then right back on or whatever. I'm going to keep going Because as Rocky said, and I'm going to read it to you, it's right above the desk. Oh, it's hidden right now. Life ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It will hit you and beat you to the ground and try to keep you there. But it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. The hits come from my desires and hopes, and they would stop if I stopped striving. So I am getting myself hit because I continue to try to move forward. And frick that, I'm not going to stop. I love it too much. I love it too much. I'm not going to make myself the enemy either. I'm not going to be have a disquiet and a disassociation in me where there's part of me that's the enemy. I have fought for the peace that's inside me too hard to allow that to happen. I have fought for this ongoing balancing, beautiful balancing experience in my own head, where I can see the opposition in all things for all the things that I do, and I say that's okay. That's okay. I've fought way too hard for that peace of mind and peace of heart to allow myself to treat myself like the enemy. I'm just going to use it as a bit of fuel to keep going. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. I don't know if there's a lesson there. I don't know if that's inspiring to me or anybody else, but hell yeah, I'm going to keep going. And something's going to stick. Something's going to work out. I will keep going. I will keep trying to be humble. I will keep trying to be patient. I'll keep trying to learn. I'll keep trying to, and I'll absolutely push past this despair I feel as I try to learn marketing and just say, frick it. So everybody else, all these friends of mine are doing it. My books are as good as theirs. I can do this. I'll keep having that nice internal conversation. So I'm going to keep going. For me, when the naysaying voice is inside me and it's coming entirely from inside me, I have to remind myself that there's another voice. A lot of them. A voice that says, you can do it. You can accomplish this. So keep going. You have already written and published 12 books. Some of them have done okay and have paid a few bills. Keep going. I will rest on and climb on and use as my ladders my previous victories. And I will use you, my friends, also as something I will hold on to and cling to when despair is rocking me, because it does sometimes. I will hold on to your comments, the fact that you read and you review and your views on here, and I will just keep going, because that's how winning is done. Rocky said so. You can do it too. Don't give up. You have something to say. You have something of worth for this world. Whatever your creative effort is, whatever your creative core is, you have something to say, so say it. Do it. Make the world a better place. Lift this world. Lift the people. Lift yourself. You can do it. I'll see you on the other side.